There's something almost cinematic about the opening lines of Smoke on the Water. The band drops us right into Montreux, Switzerland, as if we're stepping off a train with them. We all came out to Montreux on the Lake Geneva shoreline. Paints this calm postcard scene: peaceful water, a quiet shoreline, and a band just trying to make music with the limited setup they had. It feels like the kind of moment where nothing big should happen. Yet, the universe has a sneaky habit of turning calm waters into chaos, and that's exactly where this story is headed. The lyrics quickly pull us into the heart of it. They were there to make records with a mobile, which says a lot about the urgency and improvisation of their plans. No fancy studio, no polished backdrop, just musicians trying to make art wherever they could. But even in this small window of time, another storyline crosses theirs. Frank Zappa and the Mothers were performing nearby, holding down the best venue in town. It sets the stage for what happens next, like intersecting plot threads just seconds before disaster. Then comes the spark, literally, but some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground. It's blunt, almost shockingly straightforward, and that's what makes it hit so hard. One careless moment, one person trying to have what they think is fun, and suddenly the entire venue is engulfed in flames. The line, smoke on the water, a fire in the sky, becomes less of a metaphor and more of a memory branded into the band's minds. You can feel the mix of disbelief and awe in that image. The lake reflecting fire, the sky streaked with smoke, nature turning into a giant storyteller. The next verse dives deeper into the chaos as the gambling house burns down with an awful sound. The song shifts from observation to emotional detail. The fear, the urgency, the helplessness in every crackle of the flames. And then we meet Funky Claude, the real-life Claude Knobs, running in and out to pull young people to safety. His name almost sounds playful, but his actions were heroic. The band captures him not as a legend, but as a human in motion, someone doing whatever it took. These lyrics turn the whole disaster into a collage of sights, sounds, and faces. Tragedy isn't abstract. It's people sprinting, doors slamming, smoke rising, Swiss time ticking away. By the time the fire dies down, the band realizes they're stranded with no place to record. When it all was over, we had to find another place. Swiss time was running out. You can hear the pressure in those lines. The disaster wasn't just a dramatic moment. It threatened their entire project. It's that feeling of life throwing a curveball right into your deadline, leaving you scrambling for a plan B that hopefully doesn't collapse the whole mission. Eventually, they settle at the Grand Hotel. It was empty, cold, and bare, which gives the moment a haunted, echoing tone. But they make it work, turning an abandoned space into a makeshift studio. The line, the rolling truck stones thing just outside. Let us picture this big recording truck acting as their lifeline, while inside the hotel they rig up red lights and old beds to carve out an environment where creativity could still survive. Out of destruction, they build this strange, improvised sanctuary where they could make a place to sweat. The closing lines pull us out of the mess and into perspective. No matter what we get out of this, I know we'll never forget. It's a soft landing after a chaotic story, and it reminds us that this song isn't just about a fire. It's about a moment in their lives where everything went wrong and they still created something lasting. The memory becomes part of their identity, part of the myth of the band, and part of rock history simply because they lived through it and put the experience into words. In the end, Smoke on the Water is more than a legendary riff or a classic radio staple. It's a lyrical time capsule. It captures how unpredictably life can swing, how community forms in crisis, and how artists turn real chaos into something people will sing for decades. The band walked into Montreux expecting to record an album and instead walked out with a story burned into their minds and eventually into ours. And that's what this song gives us. Not just a retelling of a fire, but a reminder that sometimes the most iconic moments come from the mess we didn't choose but had to rise through anyway.